Over the years, there's been a lot of fixed gear bikes that have come and gone, but not all of them are going to be winners and receive cult-like collectible status. Time will forget most of them, but not me. What's up, I'm Zach Gallardo. I've been riding fixed gear bikes exclusively for the past 12 years, and in my time, I've seen a lot of bikes come and go. The good, the bad, the ugly. How many of them do you remember? But one of them that's not discontinued is this video's sponsor, Wabi Cycles. If Soma is Toyota, then Pake is Scion, the lower priced, still quality version. And Pake actually means frugal person in Hawaiian, or so Google says. The French 75 was Pake's take on the aluminum fixed gear made out of round Tange 7005 aluminum with clean welds, complemented with a Tange carbon fork for a fresh, minimal look. It came in 2011 Instagram oversaturated sky blue or matte black with gloss black decals. At $500 for the frame and fork, it was a pretty good deal on a solidly built, good-looking aluminum frame set. The French 75 is one of those mythical bikes that I've heard a lot about online, but I've never actually seen one in person out of the thousands and thousands of fixed gears that I've seen. Heck, there's only 35 Pake French 75s on Pedal Room, and one of them is a Kilo TT. Compared to the Pake Rum Runner that has almost 100 bikes on Pedal Room, the French 75 never really found its rider base. So many questions surrounded this bike. Why was it called the French 75? Was it made in France? Was it designed in France? Did it have a French threaded bottom bracket? Did a French dude ride one? No. But why didn't very many people buy it? My theory is that it was too middle of the road and didn't appeal to anybody in particular. There's a lot of aluminum bikes on the market, but most of them have arrow-shaped tubing or louder finishes. Most people that are buying an aluminum fixed gear want a flashy bike. The French 75 had round profile tubing, making it look more understated and also making it look more like a steel bike. People that wanted an understated steel bike bought a Pake Rum Runner. People that wanted a flashy aluminum bike bought a Leader 721, or a 725, or a 735, or a Cinelli, or an Unknown, or a Throne, or a Dolan. You name it. There's a lot of competition for aluminum bikes. While the French 75 made a lot of sense on paper, most people that wanted an aluminum bike just didn't buy it because it wasn't exciting enough. As one Reddit user put it, the French 75 is the frame set that everyone talks about before buying something else. Aventon is an e-bike company that used to be a fixed gear company, and the Aventon Diamond was their top of the line fixed gear frame set. Because the cutting edge shape of a diamond, something stiffness, forged in the depths of the earth, blah blah blah, crystalline structure, De Beers Corporation, child slavery, yada yada. The Aventon Diamond was produced from 2015 to 2018, which is longer than many marriages. It was constructed out of 6066 aluminum with a wild diamond-shaped profile and a head tube looking like a Chaos Emerald. The C-tube only took a proprietary diamond-shaped C-post. Because diamonds. You want more setback? You need another C-post because yours got stolen or you stripped the C-post bolts? Well, tough noodles, because you have one option for a C-post that they don't make anymore. Diamonds are forever. Just like Aventon's commitment to fixed gear. The Aventon Diamond came in a matte black with orange accents to make the diamond profile tubing pop, and a white with mint finish that's so fresh it's the spitting image of Sensodyne. In 2015, I visited Retrogression in San Diego, and back then they were a dealer for Aventon. I was talking to Scrod, the owner of Retrogression, about his purple EAI bare knuckle that was parked out front. He said that he rides a bare knuckle because it's something that'll last the rest of his life. Everything on it is standard, steel is real, it'll last forever. He then pointed over to the wall where there was an Aventon Diamond frame set hanging, and he said, "Where the heck is that thing gonna be in 40 years? Well, we don't have to wonder because it's only been 6 years. Was the Aventon Diamond just a gimmick? Was the diamond-shaped profile tubing just marketing hype? Yes. Did the Aventon Diamond find a loyal but small and vocal rider base that still covets the bike to this day because diamonds are forever? No. It's just a weird fixed gear from the e-bike company now. The Aventon Diamond is the definition of awful taste but great execution. If you want to watch more fixed gear videos just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button because according to my YouTube stats, 71% of you aren't subscribed. Gruen was based out of Singapore, and they made a funky aluminum track frame set with an integrated seat post called the Integral. Integral? Whatever, they don't sell it anymore, so I could pronounce it however I want. The only Grun Integral that I've seen in person belonged to the owner of Fishtail Cycles, and he said that he would never sell it. It's his baby. He would rather sell his firstborn child. Only 2 of those are true. I'd let you decide which ones. When they were for sale, they costed 1,000 clams plus shipping from Singapore, putting them at the upper echelon of fixed gear street bling back in the early 2010s. When you see a Grun Integral out in the wild, it's like encountering a shiny Pokemon. It's instantly recognizable with its titular integrated seat post and logo that looks like it was designed by a dyslexic person. It's Grun, not Grum. I had to triple check that. But, you know, hipsters like it when you can't easily look something up. That's probably why they went out of business. The integrated seat post supposedly adds 20 stiffness points at the cost of 8 weight points. It's only adjustable by a couple of centimeters once you do cut it down, meaning you can permanently fuck up your frame set's fit. It fits less people and it will hurt the resale value. But on the upside, fixie points! Integrated seat posts were a trend from the late 2000s to early 2010s that never came back. The most notorious bike with an integrated seat post was the Fuji Track Pro, and everybody that used to ride an integrated seat post frame set swears on the Bible and their dog that it is the stiffest frame set that they've ever ridden, but I am of the opinion that people are more so feeling with their eyes than it actually being stiffer. Good ideas stick around, bad ideas don't. If integrated seat posts were so great, we'd still be seeing them. But how many integrated seat post frame sets can you name that are still being made today? I'll wait. Grun closed their doors after making less than 100 integral frame sets, ironically giving them more fixie points and making them more desirable. The fixie paradox is that you get more fixie points the more rare and esoteric and unknown a product is, but the more rare and esoteric a product is, the more likely it is it's going to fail. It's almost like fixed gear riders want their favorite companies to fail. But if you prefer to ride a frame set with a time-tested design, this video is sponsored by Wabi Cycles. Wabi's been around since 2009, and they haven't changed much about their frame sets in the past 15 years, other than bumping up the tire clearance, making them strictly better. Wabi is the Japanese tradition of finding beauty in simplicity. Steel is real. Wabi constructs their bikes out of British-made Reynolds 725 or Italian-made Columbus Spirit steel tubing to give them a lively ride quality that feels like the bike encourages you to keep on pedaling. You can customize every detail of your bike, from your handlebar choice, stem length, gear ratio, and color to make sure that you get your dream bike out of the box. Check out Wabi Cycles, linked in the description. I feel kind of bad for putting this next one on the list because they're still around, and they're perhaps the most underrated fixed gear on the market. I can't say, do you remember this bike, because they still exist. It would be like saying, oh, I miss grandma. Do you remember grandma when she's living at the retirement home down the street? The number one underrated fixed gear that still exists, that you may remember, is Spicer Cycles. Spicer Cycles makes some of the weirdest, wackiest bikes that I've ever seen. They have these wiggly tubes and just try to break the diamond frame as much as possible and make something new, making them really unique and actually giving them a lot of fixie points. The diamond frame set has been pretty much figured out, but they take it into new directions. And they make a 2D object, the bike frame set, essentially into a 3D object where you have to walk around it to fully appreciate what the heck is going on with the design and the build. They also do custom frame sets, handmade in Indiana, where you can choose your own geometry and finish. And best of all, Spicer Cycles isn't even that expensive. Their track bike that you can buy right now, you can go to the website, order it, they'll ship it to you, is $500. Let me say that again, $500 for a made in the USA track bike. I've also ridden a Spicer track bike, the same one that is ready and you can buy right now. While it is made out of steel, because of the weird things that they do with the tubing, it was by far the stiffest, most direct feeling fixed gear that I have ever pedaled. It's nuts. And riding that Spicer track bike really showed me that the material, while it is important, is way less important than what the builder does with the material. It's kind of like paint on a canvas. You can make anything out of it and say anything you want. And Spicer made something extremely unique, dripping in fixie points with their track bikes. And if you're looking to extend your nostalgia trip, check out the playlist of the Fix Gear bikes that time forgot, but I didn't. Or if you want to see me roast your guys' modern day bikes, check out this playlist of fixie points over here. And only watch those if you've already ridden your bike today, because life is short, but don't make it shorter, so be sure to ride your bike every day to be reasonably dangerous.